Somebody? A yes or no would be good. Hello? We can do little animals here. Come on, somebody, Karen, Kristen, Jill, Vivian, somebody tell me, can you actually see this bowl? And Kate, can you see the bowl?
Is that number still going up?
Yeah. Yeah, they say they're watching, but I just want to make sure. Okay, I guess they can't tell me. So if they're watching, they're watching. All right, gang. This is the first time, couldn't you tell, that I've done a live video. And so I've gotten a few questions about my dry rigidizer. It's new. It's been on the market now, a few months, and is very popular because it's easy to use, and shipping, of course, is considerably less. I wanted to at least go over, how you do it, all right? It's simple. When you get the packet, this is a 1 pound packet. This is how it ships. The instructions are right on the packet. It's a 1 part dry to 4 parts water. Whatever, measurement system you're using, it's just a 1 to 4. So rather than do a whole packet, which is 8 ounces here, actually it's 1 pound, so 16 ounces, it will make a half gallon. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I am live. All right. So this will make a half gallon. We're only going to be doing a demo. So what I did was I measured out 4 ounces and 16 ounces of water. That's a 1 to 4 ratio. All we're doing is putting it in a clean bowl and whisking it in. It's always, you people that cook, it's always dry to wet. It makes a better solution. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty lumpy, okay? And it's going to be for about 12 to 24 hours. It needs to sit so that everything can be absorbed correctly. So I just leave this, and tomorrow I would stir it up and strain it. If you haven't mixed it up well, or if you've done this outside like I frequently do and I get a little tree rubbish in it, you'd want to use a strainer and just strain out anything that doesn't dissolve or might have gotten into your mixture. This we did yesterday, so as you can see, it's completely different. This is nice and smooth. It's like a heavy cream. Now it has been sitting out, and the longer the material sits in a open container, it's going to thicken out. It's going to sort of evaporate the moisture. So this is what we've got here, and it's still a little lumpy because I haven't taken a hand mixer to this, and that's what I usually do. I've got a little kitchen hand blender, and I'll go in and really get to it. We didn't bring one with us here, but so I'm just going to stir it up really good just to show you that this is exactly what you will get at the end. Now you can bottle this and it will keep for the longest time. I have people that have still got Rigidizer from 5 years ago. We can't really say it's a shelf life as long as you keep it closed up so it doesn't evaporate. Okay, honestly, that's it. That's all you need. The dry Rigidizer, of course, you can put back on your shelf and use it as you want to. To sort of go a little further with this, Margot and I don't know, I don't know if I got this on, I got it on the first one, but Margot Clark is Unique Glass Colors here in Florida, and I've been visiting, and we've done a whole bunch of pourings and a lot of crazy stuff. So we are going to, which we are also posting on other, Facebook sites. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to do a quick SilkeMat mold using that Rigidizer, so that Margot, when I leave tomorrow to go home, can do a slump. She wants to do a very organic one, and so I'm going to leave that with her to do, and then she'll send me pictures, and all of us pictures later. Okay, next step. what I did was I just took a piece of Rigidizer. I found the center of it. This was really easy. This is rectangle, kind of. But all I did was kind of fold it over, and I found the center of it. You can do it any way you want, but there are easy ways to do this. This, I would prefer to use my little hand blender on it, but if you've got a few little lumps, I wouldn't really worry about it. And Margot, I'm going to ask you for one of your little cups. I should have gotten one earlier. In the meantime, what I'll show you is, since she's going to do a shallow organic, thank you dear, mold, she got some little Pam spray and did a quick spritz on this yogurt packet. Boy, can you use anything for a mold. We were going to use this little glass cup, but I said, this one's a little taller, so let's use that. So that's all we're doing with that. And but we've already sprayed it. And all of you who are applying Rigidizer, you know you don't have to saturate my stuff. And this is a little applicator that I have on my site, but it's a simple applicator. You can use whatever's handy in your place. And I'm just spreading it. By doing this also with this applicator, I'm able to press it in too. So you can get it into the fibers quite well. Margot, do you want both sides of this done?
Yeah, it'd be fun to be able to drape and to slump.
Right. When we do both sides, and she'll do this mold, she can use it inside or outside, which is wonderful for the versatility of SilkeMat, because you can. A lot of your molds, like your casting molds, you can fill it with glass and cast like a face mold. Fill it with glass, cast it, and then use the front part of the face mold as a slumping mold. So we're going to do both sides. See how easy that is? See how quickly it soaks in? Yeah, I'm being very careful about your carpet here. Anyway, you ought to see Margot's studio. It's really been fun. I've got studio jealousy when I go home, or studio envy. Yeah, same thing. Anyway, I might call her up and say, okay, how do I store this? Anyhow, I'm not even getting the edges, but I will. And see, just press it in, press it in, press it in. It doesn't need to be so saturated that you squeeze it out. I see people said, no, it's got to soak for 2 days. Good Lord, what a waste of Rigidizer. So we're just popping it in here. That's all you do. I'm getting all my little edges. Okay, all my little edges. By the way, you can use gloves if you're doing this, and this is not a hazardous material or anything, but it can dry your hands slightly. So just if you want to use gloves, you can. I don't bother. Okay, this is just about getting there. I've got a smaller tray than I need. Normally I'd be a little bit larger, but anyway. How you guys doing out there? All right. And just getting all the little bits and pieces. Okay, that's pretty wet. And just, you know, see it, I can press it. It's not squeezing stuff out, you know, it's not drippy. It's just not necessary. It would take forever to dry when you're doing that. So on this little deal, let's see if we can maneuver this. I'm trying to find this about the center here. Okay. And Margot, when we set this up, she's going to get some like rolls of, oh, I don't know. You can just, jars, you can do anything. And just maneuver this any way you want. In fact, since this is your mold, I want you to press it out any way you want. But you wanna join in?
You
Sure.
look like you're doing pretty good.
I'm turning it over to Margot Clark.
Looks like you're doing a pretty good job here. Yeah, the pours that we did, and we'll try to get these things up eventually for you guys. You're right. I should put something underneath there, right? How about this nice glass? How about that?
You can use kiln furniture. You can use anything.
How's that? So that I got a nice, ruffled edge.
Sure.
Does that work? What about that little lump thing that I got there? What would you do with that?
Well, you can straighten it out on the inside so that it's not falling down.
All right. So maybe not make it too even. See, color's my forte. All right. Molds are hers.
So believe me, I've been on a big learning curve while I was here. So it's about time that it was
that we trade.
that we traded places here.
All right.
You need another cup?
I don't really know. I want it to be kind of organically wavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can mess with this before it dries completely anyway. As it starts to dry, you can maneuver it a little bit better. It feels a little awkward right now, guys, because we're in a really tight place, and we're trying to do something that's a really kind of weird. But this can always be reworked and remaneuvered. The good news is that even once this dries, if you don't like the shape of it, re-wet it. As long as you haven't fired it, you can reshape your SilkeMat. It is not a lost cause. Now, once you fired it, once we do even a slump, we get up to those temperatures, it's going to be fired. So it won't change the shape, nor can you reconstitute it at that point. But until then, you're good to go.
Okay, teacher. Can I leave those little things in there?
Sure. In fact, you can smooth them out once you get it, a little where it's dry enough to handle. You can actually smooth those out.
Oh, all right.
And if we want to, at the end of it too, you can sand it smoother if you want to knock down the texture a bit. Yeah. Margot's going to play with this a little more once we go off camera, because we don't have time for her to play with it right now.
I'm trying to decide what I want to do.
All right, but these are some sanding sponges that I have on my site, and that really knock down the texture quite a bit. Well, I don't know if you've got any questions. I will be happy once we go off the video to look at anything in the chat or in the comments and answer that, because I won't be able to do it right now. But that's about it, gang. Thanks for joining me. This has been a whole lot of fun, and we'll do it again sometime.